Gold, with its timeless luster and intrinsic value, has captivated humanity for millennia. In Africa, the story of gold is deeply interwoven with the continent's history, shaping empires, fueling trade routes, and leaving an indelible mark on global economies. From ancient civilizations to modern-day mining, the journey of African gold is a saga of wealth, power, and often profound human cost. The golden threads of ancient Africa. Long before the arrival of European powers, African kingdoms were masters of gold extraction and trade. Evidence of sophisticated gold mining dates back thousands of years. Ancient Egypt, a civilization synonymous with gold, sourced much of its precious metal from Nubia, an area encompassing parts of modern-day Sudan and Egypt. The legendary land of Punt, believed to be somewhere in the Horn of Africa, was another key source, enriching the pharaohs and fueling the elaborate craftsmanship seen in their tombs and temples. West Africa, however, emerged as the true powerhouse of gold production from the 8th to the 16th centuries. The Ghana, Mali, and Songhai empires, often referred to as the Gold Coast by Arab traders, controlled vast reserves of alluvial gold. Gold nuggets and dust were abundant, easily collected from riverbeds and shallow pits. This wealth formed the bedrock of these empires, financing their armies, building magnificent cities like Timbuktu and Gao, and fostering centers of learning and trade. Key parties in the historical gold trade: indigenous African miners and rulers. African communities were the primary extractors and initial owners of the gold. Rulers controlled the trade, levying taxes and setting prices. Berber traders. These nomadic groups facilitated the trans-Saharan trade, transporting gold, salt, and other goods across the vast desert. Arab merchants acting as intermediaries. Arab traders connected West African gold to markets in North Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Their demand for gold, particularly for coinage and luxury goods, significantly boosted the trade. European powers. With the arrival of the Portuguese in the 15th century and subsequent European colonial expansion, the dynamics of the gold trade shifted dramatically. European nations sought direct access to African gold, leading to the establishment of coastal trading posts and eventually the exploitation of resources under colonial rule. The perils of the lure, dangers in the gold trade. The pursuit of gold, while promising immense wealth, has always been fraught with danger. In ancient times, the harsh desert crossing of the trans-Saharan trade routes presented formidable challenges, with bandits and natural hazards claiming many lives. With the advent of colonial mining, the dangers escalated exponentially. Forced labor, brutal working conditions, and the rampant spread of diseases in cramped mining camps led to immense suffering and loss of life among African laborers. Even today, artisanal and small-scale gold mining, ASGM, in many parts of Africa carries significant risks, including environmental degradation. Mercury and cyanide, often used in gold processing, contaminate water sources and land, posing serious health risks to communities. 2. Child labor. Desperation often drives families to send children into dangerous mining environments. 3. Unsafe practices. Lack of proper equipment and safety protocols leads to frequent accidents, collapses, and injuries. 4. Conflict and exploitation. Gold-rich regions can become flashpoints for conflict, with armed groups vying for control of lucrative mines, often exploiting local populations. Nigeria's golden thread, a legacy re-emerging. While not as historically prominent in the trans-Saharan gold trade as its western neighbors, Nigeria has its own significant, though often understated, gold history. Gold deposits are found in various parts of the country, particularly in the northwest, Zamfara, Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, Kano, Niger, and southwest regions, Osun, Kwara, Oyo, Akiti. Historically, artisanal mining has been practiced in these areas for centuries, with communities extracting gold for local use and limited trade. However, large-scale commercial gold mining was largely undeveloped during the colonial era, with the focus often on other mineral resources like tin and columbite. The history of gold in Nigeria can be traced through 1. Pre-colonial artisanal mining. Local communities engaged in rudimentary gold extraction, often through panning in rivers and shallow pits. 2. Colonial period. While gold was known to exist, the British colonial administration did not prioritize its large-scale extraction compared to other minerals. 3. Post-independence. The Nigerian mining sector faced neglect and underinvestment for decades, leading to a decline in formal gold production. Artisanal mining continued, often unregulated. 4. Recent resurgence. In recent years, the Nigerian government has shown renewed interest in diversifying its economy away from oil, leading to a push for formalizing and developing the gold sector. This has attracted international investors and led to the establishment of modern gold mining operations, alongside the continued presence of a vast artisanal mining sector. The potentials of the gold trade in Africa. Despite the historical and ongoing challenges, the potential of the gold trade in Africa remains immense. With vast untapped reserves and a growing global demand for the precious metal, gold could play a crucial role in the continent's economic development. 5. Economic diversification. For many African nations, developing the gold sector can reduce over-reliance on a single commodity, like oil, and create more resilient economies. 6. Job creation. Both large-scale and formalized artisanal mining can generate significant employment opportunities, particularly in rural areas. 7. Infrastructure development. Investment in mining often necessitates improvements in roads, power supply, and other infrastructure, benefiting local communities. 8. Revenue generation. Royalties, taxes, and export earnings from gold can contribute substantially to national treasuries, funding public services and development projects. 9. Value addition. Moving beyond raw gold export to local refining and manufacturing of gold products can create higher value jobs and boost industrialization. African gold's role in the world economy. African gold has historically been, and continues to be, a significant player in the global economy. 10. Ancient wealth and trade. The gold from the Ghana, Mali, and Songhai empires fueled the trans-Saharan trade, connecting Africa to the wider world and contributing to the economic growth of Mediterranean and Middle Eastern regions. 11. Colonial exploitation. During the colonial era, African gold significantly enriched European colonial powers, contributing to their industrialization and global dominance. 12. Global reserves. Today, Africa holds a substantial portion of the world's gold reserves, with countries like South Africa, Ghana, Mali, and Burkina Faso being major producers. This gold contributes to global supply chains, satisfying demand from industries, investors, and central banks. 13. Geopolitical influence. Gold remains a strategic asset. The control and export of gold can influence geopolitical dynamics and provide economic leverage for producing nations. 14. Investment and stability. Gold is often seen as a safe haven asset, and African gold contributes to the global pool of this vital commodity, providing stability in times of economic uncertainty. In conclusion, the history of gold in Africa is a rich and complex tapestry woven with threads of prosperity, exploitation, and enduring potential. From the ancient empires built on its glimmering foundations to the modern challenges and opportunities it presents, gold continues to shape the destiny of the continent, holding the promise of a brighter future if managed responsibly and equitably. As Nigeria, and indeed the entire continent, looks to unlock the full potential of its golden endowments, the lessons of history, both positive and painful, must guide the path forward.
Truth be told, gold is bold.